Hi everybody, this is Joyce, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the body as it relates to spirituality. So I just want to first make a little analogy. We're hearing a lot these days about the co-equal branches of government. It's the federal, the judicial, and the executive branches of government. So as humans, we also have branches that are equal, and that is the earth element, the air, water, and fire. Just to explain briefly, the suit of swords in the tarot deck represents the element of air. The element of air symbolizes thoughts, words, communication, and decision making. The suit of cups represents the element of water. The element of water symbolizes our emotions, imagination, and intuition. The suit of wands symbolizes the element of fire. Not only does fire represent passion and instinct, but also the will to actually do something about it. And finally, the suit of pentacles represents the element of earth. Earth symbolizes practicality, materialism, and physical reality. This is the element we are referring to when we talk about the body. In the tarot deck, the Magician card shows that we ourselves can create magic in our lives if we make good use of the four elements at our disposal. As you can see, the Magician has the symbols of the elements on the table before him. The swords, the cups, the wands, and the pentacles, also known as the coins. As you look at the elements on the table, you will notice that no one element is dominant over the other. These are co-equal branches of the human being. However, sometimes I think that we relegate the body somewhere on the bottom. Now, there's a saying that the body is a temple for the soul, which is true. However, our bodies are also workhorses. On the plus side, we may be very health conscious in terms of what we put into our bodies. If we eat a bag of potato chips, then that will satisfy hunger for a little while. The body doesn't really feel good after a meal of potato chips. So in order to eat healthy, we need to do something else. And the brain decides that, fortunately, for the body. When it needs sleep, we decide whether it gets up early, if we have to go to work, or when we want to get up early and exercise, go to the gym, wake up early and meditate, whatever the case may be. Our thoughts are the ones that decide what we do with our time. Our emotions may cause us to do otherwise, where we may emotionally eat, grab that bag of chips or unhealthy fatty food that gives us comfort in order to fill a hole that we feel emotionally. We may be anorexic or bulimic, and we refuse to eat or purge in order to gain a sense of control, in order to express our anger, our fears. We may exercise, and if our body is in pain, we decide whether our body is being lazy or whether it's time for us to rest, or whether no pain or gain. The brain decides that. And everything can be used for benefit, or it can turn out to be less than beneficial. We also could smoke cigarettes, drink, do drugs in order to numb pain that we feel, emotional pain that we feel. In terms of our sexual behavior, our bodies may feel sexual attraction to someone. Our brains decide who it is we actually have sex with. And we could decide to be selective. We could decide that we're going to have sex with everyone that we're attracted to, or we could decide that we're not going to have sex with anyone, or we can decide that we're having sex with anyone, whether we're attracted to them or not. And these are functions of thought and and perhaps spirit or emotion, as opposed to what the body actually wants to do. Our body is a tool through which we fulfill our needs that may not have anything to do with the body per se. The body has its limits. There are just certain things that the body can do and certain things that the body can't do. And a lot of times the other three branches, the emotions, the thoughts, and the spirit, they become frustrated. But that is what we signed up for when we became human beings. We signed up for being in this body and living here on earth. We are here to learn how to navigate this life with our limitations and also with our limitlessness. You know, we have both. We're both limitless and we're both limited. And the lesson in life is to learn how to live with that to the fullest and be the best that we can be as human beings. And the beauty of the body that is often overlooked is that the body is selfless. It gives itself to us without condition to do what we would like to do emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. The body serves us without question for the highest good of the entire being. So that is what we have to learn from the body. And so I just want to pull a card to kind of give one last word about the body and how it serves us and what it does for us in our spiritual journey. Oops, okay. And the card we have is the Ace of Wands. So this is interesting that we pull this card because I pulled this card when I did a talk about spirituality. And once again, our spirit is the spark of life that we have. And it is the motivation for us to do just about anything that we want to do and what we are put here on earth to do. We all have our purpose. And the spirit uses our body in order to fulfill its purpose. And it needs an embodiment in order to completely fulfill its desires. So, you know, be good to your body. Listen to it once in a while. Sleep in sometimes if you can and give it the rest that it needs. Continue to give it proper nourishment and treat yourself. Get a massage. You know, massages are great to just kind of, relax those muscles and to pamper yourself. Get a facial. We have a lot of things that we want to do in our lives spiritually, but also pay attention to the body that serves us so well. So thank you for listening. Please like this video if it resonates with you, and I will talk to you soon.